evening, bro.
Io la sacar así de limpia.
I'd love to order a drink, by the way. And he's gone.
Salt Bae, the man behind the viral salt sprinkling meme, has experienced a meteoric rise to fame, followed by a series of controversies that have chipped away at his steak empire. Nusret Gökçe was born on August 9, 1983, in a poor Turkish household. He faced financial hardships that forced him to quit school and start working at a butcher shop at a young age. Little did he know that this would be the beginning of his journey to becoming a global sensation. Through hard work and dedication, Salt Bae learned the art of butchery and eventually saved enough money to open his own restaurant, Nusr-Et. Gökçe opened his first Nusr-Et steakhouse in Istanbul in 2010. He treated his establishment as a spectacle, focusing on creating an unforgettable dining experience for his customers. Salt Bae hiked up prices and put on a show with himself or his chef serving up food tableside, adding a dash of salt and flair to every dish. In 2017, Salt Bae's life changed overnight when a video of him sensually sprinkling salt on a steak went viral.
Nusret Gökçe was first discovered on social media for the dazzling way he sprinkled salt on an awkward
Wearing a tight white t-shirt and sunglasses, he sprinkled salt from his fingertips, letting it run down his forearm before landing on the steak. The internet was captivated by his unique style, and he quickly became a pop culture icon with people all over the world imitating his signature move. Capitalizing on his newfound fame, Salt Bae expanded his empire, opening 22 restaurants worldwide. Customers flocked to his establishments, eager to witness the Salt Bae phenomenon in person. For many, the experience of dining at one of his restaurants was more about the theatrics and the opportunity to snap a photo with the star than the quality of the food itself. As Salt Bae's empire grew, so did the controversies surrounding him. Allegations of poor treatment of employees began to surface, painting a picture of a toxic work environment. Former staff members described unethical firing practices, with Salt Bae dismissing workers on the spot for minor infractions or simply because he didn't like them. There were also reports of harassment, discrimination, and a hypermasculine culture that was racially, sexually, and physically discriminating. Some female employees were even told to wear more revealing clothing to sell more meat. Salt Bae faced accusations of skimming tips from his employees. In 2019, 4 waiters from his Manhattan restaurant filed a lawsuit claiming that Salt Bae took a portion of their tips and fired those who complained. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar brought Salt Bae's controversies to a global stage. He was seen interrupting celebrations, grabbing players like Lionel Messi for photo ops.
You can see him kind of like harassing him and yanking on him to try and get Messi to acknowledge him, kind of like a toddler trying to get his dad's attention.
And even parading the FIFA World Cup trophy around as if it were his own. This behavior was widely criticized, with many calling out his disrespectful and entitled actions. As a result, Salt Bae was banned from future events like the US Open and Rolling Loud Music Festival. Customers also began to complain about the exorbitant prices at Salt Bae's restaurants. One bill, posted on social media, showed a charge of €1,812 for a single night's dining experience. Menu items like $14 corn, $13 Red Bulls, and $10 Coke raised eyebrows, but Salt Bae seemed to relish the attention, viewing the complaints as free advertising. Despite the high prices, the quality of the food often failed to meet expectations, with many customers expressing disappointment in their meals. Numerous controversies led to many of his restaurants closing down or struggling to stay afloat. In New York City, the Salt Bae Burger Eatery closed its doors, while the London restaurant saw a significant drop in bookings and was forced to reduce prices. He faced backlash for controversial Instagram posts, including one where he dressed up as Fidel Castro just days after the Cuban leader's death, sparking outrage among the Cuban community in Miami, where he had recently opened a restaurant. Another post showed him serving a lavish meal to the Venezuelan president during a severe economic crisis, leading to accusations of being an accomplice to a murderous regime.
Video showing him serving Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, the leader of a country whose citizens are struggling so much financially.
In Istanbul, a fire at one of Salt Bae's restaurants injured several tourists, including a Czech woman who suffered burns to 35% of her body. Reports suggest that the restaurant destroyed evidence related to the incident and failed to compensate the victims adequately. The woman, a famous Czech YouTuber, later posted a video detailing her harrowing experience and the lack of support from the restaurant. Salt Bae's social media presence, once a key factor in his rise to fame, began to work against him. His countless shirtless Instagram pictures and inflated ego drew criticism, with many accusing him of being more focused on self-promotion than running a successful business. In an interview with The Times, he boasted, "Now everybody wants to be a butcher because of me. Now, if you ask a kid, they want to be Salt Bae. They see me as an idol. I'm an inspiration to a lot of people in a very short period of time." He continued to post eye-watering restaurant bills on social media, drawing outrage from followers who felt he was out of touch with reality. One such bill, totaling over $160,000 for a single table, was met with disgust and accusations of insensitivity, given the global economic hardships many were facing. Followers flooded the comment section, expressing their disappointment and calling for Salt Bae to use his wealth to help those in need. Negative reviews and feedback from customers and YouTubers began to pile up. Many questioned the quality and value of Salt Bae's offerings, with some calling his restaurants overpriced and overhyped. YouTuber Guga Foods, after trying a $2,000 gold-covered steak at one of Salt Bae's restaurants, declared, "This is not what we expected for $2,000," and noted that the meat was cooked incorrectly. Other YouTubers like UA Eats echoed these sentiments, stating that while the theatrics were entertaining, the food was no better than what you'd find at any other steakhouse. Health code violations led to the temporary shutdown of his Boston restaurant, further damaging his reputation. The establishment was cited for numerous infractions, including blocked fire exits, improper refrigeration temperatures, and failure to adhere to COVID-19 safety guidelines. Salt Bae also faced criticism for not providing better living conditions for his mother, who was seen living in a modest house in Turkey despite her son's immense wealth. When he posted a photo with his mother after 2 years apart, many commenters expressed disappointment, questioning why he hadn't used his fortune to improve her living situation. Some accused him of being selfish and neglecting his family while indulging in his extravagant lifestyle. The consequences of Salt Bae's actions began to take a toll on his business. His growth on social media slowed, and Google searches for his name decreased, indicating a waning interest in the once viral sensation. In a recent interview with The Times, Salt Bae addressed the World Cup controversy, stating, "I will never, ever step on the World Cup pitch again," and claiming that he never intended to overshadow the event or the players. However, many found his apology insincere and too little, too late. Let us know what you think about Salt Bae's rise and fall in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Infinite Lux for more insightful content.